Yeah. Okay. Welcome back.
Hi.
Who do we have here today? Go on, Mum.
I'm Jo and I'm Beth's mum.
Okay, so we're back with Dear Body. Me and Rooney did it last week, so we thought this week, we'd sit down. Rooney's actually in the bed behind. We thought we'd do it again this week with my mum.
Yes.
And have a little chit chat. And this week is focused more on aging gracefully and being happy with who you are and aging.
And finally being happy with it.
Yeah, and being happy with it. Because, we're not always happy with it.
No. And it's always a long road.
Aww.
It is a long road when you finally feel happy.
So this started because, I don't know, I think you've aged very well and you look beautiful and lovely, so I wanted to talk with you about it.
Well, yeah.
And then, what? Go.
I'm just going to say that for me, I never thought that I would have any work done. I love makeup.
We're shooting right into
I love
plastic
makeup.
surgery.
I love makeup and I love all the anti-aging, everything. I love it. And then my daughter in England and Beth have had a little bit of, am I allowed to say that? A little bit of work done. And when I saw it, it just looked amazing. I think you have to know when to stop, but I now feel that if I wanted to do something, nothing like invasive, but I feel I would do it now. And one of the reasons I've never done it is because my husband is also very
throwing
against
shade.
Yes, he's always very against having it done, and I think his favourite thing is, well, why would you have it done? I think you look beautiful. We discussed this earlier, that it doesn't really matter
what they think.
Or anybody. You have to do what you feel is nice for you and how you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yes, if you want to have some
stuff
done,
who
if you want to, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Have it done. And you shouldn't be made to feel guilty about having it done if that's what you want.
No, never. Well, because we were talking about it earlier, because I was prepping you.
Yes.
And I said that, obviously you start wearing makeup when you're, 13, 14, really. And you always said, make sure you take your makeup off. It ages you if you keep it on, wrinkles, lines. And not that I ever was, focusing on and being like, oh my God, I don't want to age and I don't want to have lines. But, I don't know, probably 19 or 20? I thought I started seeing, forehead lines and I was like, what the hell?
And what did I say to you? No, you haven't.
You've got nothing.
You look beautiful.
You're fine. I was like, no, I see them. And I think, so the first time I had Botox, I was last year, 24. I think for probably a year before that, I just kept looking and would see them. And I was like, oh, they're so disgusting. And it's nothing that anyone else ever saw, or no one ever made a comment on it. Actually, my sister did once. Amy did.
Did she? What did she say?
Yeah, Amy, thanks for this. We were lying in her bed and we were falling asleep, and I asked if it hurt when she got her Botox. And I was like, I just want this one line gone on my forehead. And she said something, she was like, oh, well, Botox only can, help and prevent. But, you might be too far gone. You might need filler. And I thought, holy shit. My forehead line is so intense that not even Botox will fix it. I have to get filler to fill in the hole.
When you're 24?
Well, at that point I was 23. I was like, holy shit. And then, I don't know, I think I was so nervous that it was going to be super painful and be horrible, or that, you hear those random stories where people get it done and then their, eyebrows droop and have, a lazy
they
eye.
go up like that. And I came with you, didn't I?
Yeah, you and Rue came with me,
right.
And it is the least painful thing ever. And honestly, so I had that done last summer. I had it done again in last November.
Yeah.
And I had it done in this June, and I'll probably go again in December for the 4th time. But I love it. I think
it makes you feel.
And honestly, I don't even think that Lola. I don't even think that people would notice.
No, because
I don't, but it's something I noticed, and to me it was such a huge thing.
But will you carry on having it done now? Sort of
for the time being, yeah, probably. Yeah. Even now, I can move my eyes up, and I'm like, can see them coming, like a line right there, which I always had, but like you just don't notice it.
And also, I think that some people are truly, truly worried about certain things, and I think that if you need it, like people don't like their nose. And when we saw that chap, you know, well, you did, the one you went to, Amy showed us the photographs. The difference, you can see it just by looking at them, that they feel fabulous. It gives them a boost, especially if they, you know, don't want to go the whole surgery route, but they just want. It was incredible.
And I also think that, like, I don't know, going with aging, as people see aging as like getting uglier almost, and like staying youthful is almost the same as being beautiful. And I don't know, I never felt like it was like aging was bad. I just think that like you saw the lines and I was like, oh my god, like that's what old people have. Why would I want that?
And some people don't care, do they? But it's like the same with me dying. You know, I'm white.
Yeah, you don't.
I am completely, and I don't want to be white. On some people, it looks fabulous, and they love it, and they're happy. For me, if I don't feel, if my hair and something feels really, and it does sound very ridiculous, really, when you think of, you know, what other people have, but I feel that for me, it's not for me, and it makes me feel, you know, I go every 6 weeks and get my roots done.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, and then we went back and we're talking about how. I don't know. People don't notice these things about you ever. Yeah, really. But you notice them, and to you, it makes the world of difference just to have something done.
Yeah.
And that was like me and Botox. Like I'm so happy. I mean, I don't know. I just think I would have done it at some point, and I love it, and I think it's great. But what annoys me even more then is when someone goes up and they're just like, well, I think it's silly you did that. You don't need that. And I'll say it's actually not your call. It's not your call. It's not your opinion to say what you think I do and don't need. Like, I can do what I want. I'm not 15 asking to go get Botox. No. Like, that's silly.
And the only reason I haven't had it done something like that.
But you had all your, like, rosacea and veins all zapped out because, like, you hated it. Not being mean on Dad again, he was like, don't do it, it's, you know, you don't need it. But like, why is that his place to say what you do or don't need? Because at the end of it, if you wake up and think, oh, I look great with it, good on ya.
And I'm that's the one thing I have to say that I'm really self-conscious about, and I have to use special cream. And when I see pictures of me without having any sort of makeup on, and I really don't actually wear a lot of makeup.
But you do every day.
But I always, every day, cover my rosacea with a little bit of foundation. Otherwise, I just think sometimes I'm so red and I'm really self-conscious. But you know, and I say I don't really wear very much makeup, but I would never go out without putting a little bit of sort of foundation on my cheeks. I'm very self-conscious about that.
Yeah. And you also said you want to get your...
Do you want to get this? I go
Why
out
not?
all the time. Yeah. And it does sound very sort of
materialistic.
It does.
No, it does. But if it makes you happy... But there are some people who, like, those are things that never even cross their mind that they'd care to do, and they're very happy with who they are, so that's fine. But
there's certain things that I am really self-conscious
And I think if these are things we have the power in ourselves to change, why not do it?
Yeah.
Also, this isn't like I'm getting something done that can ever be taken away. Botox, goes away in...
6 months.
6 months, even less to be fair sometimes.
Just how you feel in yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you might look older, you might look younger, but if you're healthy, I'm a real advocate for
healthy eating.
Both vegetarian and eat hardly any, or try not to eat any dairy. And I've been like that, you know.
You've been like that longer than I have. You've been like that for a few years.
I don't eat any processed foods. I cook every day. And I think just being healthy makes you feel so much better. I mean, how do we all feel when you've had a really awful weekend and you've, you know, eaten the wrong foods and
drank a ton?
Yeah, you feel lethargic, lacking in energy. And I think having a healthy diet, still drink wine.
Yeah, we drink wine every night.
But you know, I love cooking, and I think just having a healthy diet makes you feel so much better.
Healthy mindset.
Yeah, exercise every day. Walk on
do
the
our
beaches.
Pilates.
Do our Pilates. So, and this isn't sort of since the pandemic. This is how we've always done this.
But it does have an effect on how you feel.
It does. I feel really healthy. I don't take any medication at all.
Which, not that that's like rare for people of your age, but like you don't. We never have.
I feel good that I don't, because I feel that diet is just a huge.
And that also comes off on your skin. Like if you're, you know, so hydrated, you drink tons of water and all that. Like that comes through your skin. The foods you eat also like gives you a certain glow that you might not even know. So we're huge on what we put in our body, which sounds silly knowing that we get Botox and all that stuff.
I haven't yet. I'm going to.
Yeah, but you will be soon.
No, it is important. That is actually one of the biggest things, I think, eating a healthy diet. And I don't, because I'm not worried about, I don't wear a lot of makeup, and I feel I am who I am, and, you know, I feel good and healthy.
Has it taken you a while to get there? Just because I know we were talking earlier with like...
I think when I was growing up, my dad, bless him, he always wanted me to be, his favourite thing was, I think you should, you know, you could be a model. You mustn't get your hair cut. It's very important that you're slim, because if you're not slim, you're not beautiful. And I grew up with that. Very sort of, and I wasn't overweight. In fact, I wasn't. But he always, that's what he was so important to him, to have that. And I struggled for many years with an eating disorder. And I didn't think if I was slim that I was beautiful, or that I had anything to contribute. And that was really, you know, that's really hard.
Yeah,
it's very hard. But, you know, battling that and then carrying on was difficult. Yeah. But once you feel secure in yourself and whoever you're with, you know, your girlfriends, your husband, once you recognise that they support you, they don't care that you're a little bit overweight, which I am actually, but they don't care. It doesn't matter. You just have to feel in yourself confident, and that you're, you know, you just look after yourself basically. And get rid of all that stuff about, you know, trying.
And that goes on with like confidence. Like you have to have the confidence in yourself, and not almost find it with other people.
No,
because if you have it in yourself, like you'll be fine for anything that you do.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you can't do certain things, as long as you feel that you're.
I think that is confidence, though. Is confidence.
I think when you feel confident and happy and secure, you almost have.
Like an aura almost.
Yeah, you do. And as I said, it can take a very long time.
And I think people can see that too. Like, I mean, confidence comes in different ways, obviously. But I think people notice when someone's confident just from the way they can walk into a room and how they are with others, you know?
Yeah, it's hard. And I think, you know, when you do all this, I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, we always said, thanks, proud of you, cheers. But we also, I mean, this is off topic, but I don't know, I feel like maybe it's because we grew up in such a strong, tight family that, like, I always knew that if, like, someone didn't like me, I kind of was like, don't care. I don't care about your opinion. If you don't like me, I don't care about your opinion.
But it's hard
because a lot of people don't. So I think I find it hard sometimes when someone's like, well, so-and-so said this about me. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, and
it's hard for someone.
Yeah, I sort of say to myself, well, it doesn't matter, because I've got a lovely family and
friends
I'm happy and everything.
If my friend came to me and said I was a raging bitch, I'd be like, oh my god, like I've done something horrible. But if it's someone I don't care about, or who is rude or mean to me, or vice versa,
you have to
I'm just like, I don't care. But
but deep down,
but I think that also comes with confidence. Yeah, you do a bit, but you just have to think, what's their opinion? Because they're not going to be sitting there thinking,
no.
Like someone could say that, I'd be like, oh, idiot, got Botox for this, had lips done, had this done, this and that. I'm just like, ugh, don't care.
And I look at my friends, and I think that a lot of them have been insecure and have had problems. And when I see them now, I find it hard, because I have never. I mean, I worked obviously before I got married, but I have never worked. And my sort of insecurities aren't so much the way I look, but their insecurities in as much that I don't want people to think I'm a bit of a dummy. And when people start talking about what they've done, what they've achieved, I think, all right, you know, you tend to say to someone, well, I've only done this. But then you think about it, I did get married very young. I had children, I've got 5 children. And yes, I sometimes did, I felt that was really my insecurity. Yeah. But, you know, it is just,
I think
now
everyone
I don't
has
feel
different
like
insecurities,
that.
but it's how, whether it be something you hate about your body and have overcome to love it now, or are still overcoming, because there's things that obviously I think we all don't still like. We always say, well, I could lose 10 pounds. So there's things that you're still doing constantly to make yourself feel as good. I don't think you'll ever feel 150% ever. I think you're always going to feel...
Unless you're Justina.
Yeah, Justina's a queen, and she should never change.
And she knows it. She knows it, and it's
that
fabulous.
is my goal, is to reach Justina's level of self-love and confidence. Because you're always working. Like, that, I think that's the biggest thing, is you're always working. And like you said, sometimes it's not about how your appearance might be. It might be
fabulous. It doesn't...
We love you, Justina.
It doesn't. It is. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Also, that comes... I feel like that does come with age, because you've come and... You know,
what does she say?
But it's taken you time to get to that. And
it has.
I think, but maybe that's why I am the way I am, because you put that on me. You're always like, you're fine, you're good, like, keep going. And you still need that every day. You need someone to tell, like, you're
gorgeous and you're fabulous, and just in every way.
But you need that with yourself. Yeah,
with
exactly.
Yourself, in how you...
Because looks really isn't the biggest thing, but I mean, when you look in the mirror, you do want to feel good, look good, and so it's all around about being... Love yourself for you, every part of you. Yeah,
and if you want to do something,
do it.
You do it and enjoy it.
And if everyone says you look like shit, but you think you look incredible,
who cares?
F them, right? Right? F them. That's what I say. Who cares?
No.
What are our lovely words?
You is
kind. You is good, smart, and you is beautiful. So
perfect.
So that's our favourite line. So if you can tell me what movie that's from.
It is from The Help.
Mum, you weren't meant to say it. I was going to do something.
It's actually remembering. You can be a good person.
That's that. Just be kind and love yourself. Everyone's worth it, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Everyone's beautiful in their own way. So, all right. Well, thanks. Cheers. Thanks, you. Love you.
Love you. And you is kind, you is smart, and
you is beautiful.